We have some exciting news for Rockford residents in the 14th Ward. City leaders gathered to celebrate the completion of the Newburg Road reconstruction.
Reporter Alyssa Kelly says while the resurfacing of the new road looks great, there was a bigger priority for this project at the forefront of city leaders' minds.
Yeah, Mike, Sydney, I spoke with several leaders today on this investment into Newburg Road. A common theme, pedestrian safety. Mayor Tom McNamara tells me that from 2010 to the beginning of this year, 16 individuals tragically lost their lives in traffic accidents. It is a statistic forcing the city to take a closer look at infrastructure.
City leaders gather to celebrate what they call a long overdue project. The completion of the Newburg Road reconstruction, a more than $2 million project benefiting the city's 14th Ward.
I think having this section of Newburg freshly resurfaced and, a sidewalk that at least gets halfway to Mulford is a big win.
14th Ward Alderman Mark Bonney says the Newburg Road reconstruction strictly focused on resurfacing the roadway.
I really want to emphasize the pedestrian accommodations that we were able to do as part of this.
That was until city leaders decided to make pedestrian safety a major priority for the upgrade.
We have seen from 2010 through the beginning of this year, on average, 16 individuals tragically lose their lives due to car accidents, pedestrian or cycling accidents. That's unacceptable.
And thanks to support from the city's Public Works Department, along with the resurfaced roadway, Newburg Road now has sidewalks and a bus pad for the Rockford Mass Transit District.
The sidewalks along the length of Newburg here that will connect to other existing paths and even to some future paths we're planning.
But as one project wraps up, another is in the works. City leaders say the Newburg Road reconstruction is a step in the right direction for the corridor.
I am all for, we need a lot of TLC on our roads. When I campaigned back in 2017, that's what I heard. So we have passed in the last 4 years, each year has been a historic capital improvement plan. This year, $150 million worth of work is being done throughout our city.
Leaders say this project reflects a long-term vision for the Newburg Road corridor, with several other major projects planned, including the State and Mulford intersections, improvements, and a gap connection for the East State Street sidewalk.
Thank you, Alyssa. And Alderman Bonney will host a neighborhood meeting to talk about those future projects. Residents are welcome to attend at 5:30 September 29th. That's in the community room at District 3.